in today's video clip, I'm going to recreate Starbucks' iced vanilla latte. I'm going to make them in 3 cup sizes. It will be in 12, which is their tall, and then 16 ounces, which is their Grande, and then the 22 ounces, which is their Venti. Now, I know that Starbucks uses 1 shot for their tall glass, or 12 ounces, and they use double shot, or 60 grams of espresso for their Grande and their Venti. So the same amount of espresso for the 16 ounces and the 22 ounces. Now, that's as far as I know. Even if you ask their baristas, they wouldn't know how much exactly they pull, how much is the yield of their espresso shots, because everything is programmed to dose, the yield, and the time to pull those espresso shots. So I'm going to use my medium to dark roast coffee beans. This is from Chiang Rai, northern Thailand. And then I'm going to use vanilla syrup. This is the sweetener used by Starbucks, plain vanilla syrup. They don't use my milk syrup, which is a combination of sweetened condensed milk and evaporated milk. Perhaps their drink will taste better if they use my milk syrup, but there you go. And if you want to cut your costs, you can split your vanilla syrup with sugar syrup, so making it a little bit less expensive. Vanilla syrup would cost more than sugar syrup, making the taste of the vanilla a little bit more subtle. But for the recipe today, I'm going to use pure vanilla syrup, and then I'm going to use fresh milk. So really, those are the only 3 ingredients that we need. So what I'm going to make here is very simple, just like how Starbucks make it, no frills, just coffee and milk and the vanilla syrup. We are going to start by pulling our espresso shots for our 12-ounce cup or the tall cup. For this, I'm going to use my single basket, single spout portafilter. I'm going to use 10 grams for a yield of 1 shot, which is 30 grams. I'm aiming for a yield of about 30 grams within, I'd say, about 29 seconds. Okay, so that to me is a perfect shot, 1 shot in 28 seconds. First shot done. I'm now going to pull my other double shots, 1 for the Grande and 1 for the Venti. And for that, I'm going to use my pre-measured coffee beans here, which is 20 grams of coffee beans here, and using my double basket, double spout to pull a double shot, which is 60 grams. For my double shot of espresso, I'm going to aim to pull these 60 grams of espresso within 35 seconds. 2 double shots of espresso here, and I have my single shot of espresso, and this is what I'm going to use to make my drinks. Let's start with the first one, which is iced vanilla latte in 12 ounces. I'm going to put everything in my measuring cup. If you were Starbucks, you would put them all in your serving cup, because they do have the measurement in their serving cups. But just to make sure, and I'm sure that all of you are looking at precision here, exactly how much should you put. So in this case, for my tall cup, I am going to use fresh milk, 100 milliliters. If you are Starbucks, you will be using a lot of vanilla, and that means a lot of pumps. So they all work in pumps there. So I'm going to use about 3 pumps of vanilla syrup. 1, this is equivalent to about 21 to 22 grams or ml. So 2, 3, and this is all really that they need in their drink. So what I'm going to do is to just stir this and then assemble into our cup. To prepare my ice, I'm going to use the ice portion scoop, which is similar to what Starbucks is using, and this is for a 12-ounce cup. So I'm going to fill this with ice, assemble it into my drink. So that's exactly the ice that you need for your 12 ounces. And then we're going to pour the milk into the cup. You can also assemble everything into your cup. We're going to do that the next one, okay? And now to pour the espresso shot over. This is 1 shot of espresso from 10 grams of coffee beans. And this would be how Starbucks would make their iced vanilla latte in 12-ounce cup. Next, it is iced vanilla latte in 16 ounces or Grande. So I'm going to use a different method. This time, I am going to put everything in my serving cup. So here, I'm going to use about 120 ml or 4 ounces of milk straight into my serving cup here. And then for the vanilla syrup, I'm going to use 4 pumps. That is 30 ml. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time for my ice portion scoop, I'm going to use the one which is for 16 ounces. So I'm going to fill this with ice, fill this to the top, and then place it into our serving cup. Okay, that's exactly 16 ounces of ice. And now, just to level this, and we are going to pour our double shot of espresso, 60 grams of espresso into the cup. There you go. And this is iced vanilla latte in 16 ounces cup. Finally, iced vanilla latte in 22 ounces or Venti. I'm going to mix everything in the serving cup. I'm going to add milk. And for this, I'm also going to use my local vanilla syrup. This time, I'm going to use 45 ml, and that is 6 pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pumps of my vanilla syrup. Make sure you stir to combine vanilla with milk. It is smelling rather good here. Now I'm going to use the portion ice scoop for 22 ounces. Fill your cup to the top with ice and just shake to level. And now we're going to pour our espresso shot over. And this is our iced vanilla latte in 22 ounces cup. I'm not sure how it's going to taste like, so I have to taste each of the cup sizes. So remember that these two, the 16 and 22, use the same amount of espresso shots. So I have to find out how they differ. Okay, so now for my 1 shot of espresso, tall cup. The color is good, but I must say, even if I look at the texture of this, it's quite light, very light. It's just like almost watery. But this is exactly how it looks like if you use only the vanilla syrup as sweetener and your milk as well. Let me give it a try. The taste of coffee is quite mild, but I can taste the coffee. But with a 1 shot of espresso, I think it's almost like drowned by the milk. I don't feel there's a balance there, and especially the texture is not very creamy. So I suppose this is how they usually taste like when I get them from Starbucks. But I would say that if I use my milk syrup, it'll probably taste better. But let's find out the taste of the 16 ounces or the Grande. The color of this one is really good. I like it strong, and it's dark, and it's appealing. Let's find out how it tastes like. With this, I kind of like that light texture. In this drink, I can taste the coffee much more than I could with a 12-ounce cup. If I choose between the two, I would say that this one is a better balance of the coffee and the milk, but it still feels like it is just too runny for my taste, okay? It's not bad. Now, for my Venti, with the same amount of espresso shot as my 16 ounces cup here, the color is also quite good. I like the color. Let's just compare how they look like. So very, very similar. This one is definitely darker. It has less milk, but this one has more milk. So I suppose there's only one way to find out how it tastes like, okay? The taste of the coffee is also good. I could taste the vanilla a lot more in this one. I suppose it's because we put in 6 pumps or 45 milliliters of this vanilla syrup. I suppose most of the people that go to Starbucks are looking for this kind of taste. So they are looking for the vanilla taste, not so much the coffee. But if I had to select which one of the three I would go for to get that perfect balance of the vanilla, the milk, and the espresso, I would definitely go for the Grande. Well, there you go. These are what I think Starbucks' iced vanilla latte recipes are. But if you'd like to know, my version is always adding my special milk combination, which is the milk syrup. Iced coffee is a dessert, so it really has to be satisfying, it has to be a treat. But if you're looking for something light, then by all means you can use these recipes. That's all I would like to share with you today. If you have any questions or would like me to cover anything in my future video tutorials, do let me know in the comment below. I hope this video clip is useful, and I'll see you again for more of these video tutorials. In the meantime, take care, stay safe. Thank you for watching. Ciao for now.